and Facebook.
All right. Should have kicked flying into my car.
Make sure you're not saving it to sharing it to the police.
We'll be right with you, folks. Okay. Almost there. Almost there. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Whiskey Wednesday. We are here on location at our favorite record store in the Youngstown proper, the Record Connection. So come on inside and we'll get started. Hey, what's
Hey. I didn't know you were going to be here.
Welcome. It's Whiskey Wednesday already. Well, anyways, welcome to
y'all.
the new episode of
Whiskey Wednesday.
Again, we are here at the Record Connection in Niles with our good friend Jeff Burke tonight.
Good evening.
I'm Burke. Yeah. So,
We already got started on the whiskey. Are you guys
Yeah.
already have your thing? What are we drinking here tonight?
We have Johnny Walker Gold.
Gold.
It's an 18-year-old
Scotch
blend,
whiskey.
15 different malts blended together.
A little bit
That
of the
bottle
Tennessee honey.
Is been in my possession 10 years until tonight.
Cool.
Cracked it open fresh just for the Vindies.
Thank you.
thank you.
And it tastes
Came
great.
all the way from Korea, by the way.
Man,
Nice. That's the truth.
limited edition.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are excited to be here. Before we get started with the show, I feel like we should probably kind of catch everybody up, do a couple thank yous from these last couple days.
Yes.
First off, a big thank you to everyone who came out to the vinyl release on Saturday. It was an unbelievable turnout. All of the bands were so much fun. It was a wonderful night. We could not have asked for. We didn't expect the number of people and the response and the reception that we got.
We
So,
really didn't. We want to thank you guys again for supporting us and local music, and some of you who came out who maybe didn't know Angela Purley or Erica Blinn and Ross Fowler. They were, it was truly a great, great night of music. So many of our friends were there, and it came together. I mean, even at the last second, right?
It was like a wedding.
And everything.
Lots of headaches leading up to it, but once we got there, it was so much fun, and we could not again have asked for a better night. So thank you. And then yesterday we got called on Monday. The Summit needed a band to headline an event for their new membership campaign, along with the returning membership campaign. The band that they had coming in unfortunately had to bail out at the last second, and they asked us with less than 24 hours if we could fill in, and we did. And last night was a really wonderful little performance at the Tangier.
At the
in
Tangier.
Akron. So
Tangier, a lot of history. What, about 200 people they were
about 200
calling
people
for?
last night. Yeah, and it was a lot of people that have heard of the Vindies, have wanted to make it a point to see the Vindies, and finally had the opportunity. And Summit members, especially ones who might be tuning in for the first time tonight, thank you for everything, because without you, we couldn't be doing what we're doing now.
Cheers.
Yeah, so thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers, everybody.
So, and thank you to Jeff Burke, who is also
Yeah,
just
you're welcome.
supporting with everything.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
thank you. Yeah.
I feel like we should point out, fully on sale and in stock, the new
Yes.
record.
Yes.
On display.
Right beside Song Remains the Same.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I thought it was real catchy to have the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame stuff up there.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
no doubt.
You don't even have to wait till Black Friday. You can come get it right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Right now? We'll sell it right now, after hours.
If you come right now, we'll sell you a copy. We also have free pizza.
I was here at 4:45 this morning. If somebody would have came in, I would have sold it then.
We should do this like a call-in shopping thing. Be like, okay, we have 10 copies here.
10 copies left,
First
folks.
caller, $24.99. That's 1 cent cheaper than what we're selling it for. We only have 10
It'll
left. Hurry.
support John Anthony's record buying.
Yes, and also I do have a Venmo. So if you would like to send me money on the
Just send you a
Venmo,
request.
I will buy whatever you tell me to buy from this record store. So good or bad.
Yeah.
So we'll be back here again
Black Friday.
On
next
Black
week.
Friday, yeah.
On
10
Black
o'clock, 10 to 1. We're going to do 2 sets like we did
Yeah.
in April. We're extremely excited to get this final
It's
out.
gonna be cold.
You'll be inside.
We're going to be
Oh, we'll be
inside,
inside.
Jackie, don't worry.
We'll be
Yeah,
right
we're
over
not
here.
gonna do that to you,
Yeah.
Jackie.
We'll be right here.
It's
Yeah.
too cold.
But there's a lot of wonderful titles. We were just talking to Jeff about a couple things that we're all eyeing up. Rick, what's one thing that you're eyeing up for the Black Friday Record Store Day?
Well, you know, I was just pointing out the Big Star stuff and the Chris Bell box set, which looks pretty cool. I don't know if anyone knows Big Star. Maybe, you know, they were sort of
Plenty
a
around here.
critically acclaimed band in the what was it, late '70s, right? Something like that. Never did too well, but they have some Big Star stuff coming out.
Ed, what about you?
Emmylou Harris and Graham Parsons live. That's the one I saw
I
that was
am
like
right there
ding, ding,
with
ding.
you. Yeah.
Gotta get that one for
Absolutely.
sure. I did. That's the first time I've actually seen the list, so that was the first one that really caught my eye. That's like, yes, I must get that one. Very cool.
There's one oddball thing on that list. There's one cassette coming out on Record Store Day. Do you know what that is?
They've been doing that.
One cassette on that list.
Oh no, cassettes are coming back.
It's the
I don't remember what the cassette is.
It's the Ryan Adams Prisoner on cassette.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was a late ad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
They've been doing that. A couple record store days back was Metallica. If we would have had 100,
Ah.
we could have sold 100. Sublime's done one.
Yeah.
I know the White Stripes just came out with a few.
NWA did one too. Did a cassette.
Yeah.
Cassettes are too expensive.
Too expensive.
We don't want
need
them.
them.
We do not want them. Retailers hate.
Yeah.
No, I better not. People like them. The consumer likes them. They're awful high priced.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are seemingly making a comeback too.
They're trying, Eddie. It's
I don't see it.
not
Cassette
being
store thing
is
embraced
an
by
album.
the retailers, you know.
No.
So, and you know, without us buying into it,
Does it have the same quality as
as
the record?
well, I don't know. I haven't really played any of the. You know, I have a couple, but I've not played any of them.
Yeah.
Never play any of my stuff.
When I was younger, I used to
You're
take
still
the
young.
cassette and my parents' cassettes and just rip out,
Ah, that's
just
nice.
make it rain
Why?
with the. Oh, because I was a menace.
Did they make you rewind them?
With the
With
pencil?
a pencil. Yes.
Yeah, let's see. Could you pull on those like? the
That's
eight
why
tracks?
they make
just
pencils
pull
in
on
those grooves
Yeah.
the way
You're
they
young,
do.
probably
So
didn't.
that
I
you
remember
can
putting my hand in the hole for
Re-
the 8 tracks.
Yeah, well, all you had to do
Yeah.
was pull on the end of it, and it would rewind itself.
Oh,
And
I
I don't
didn't know that
think you
trick.
could do that on a cassette.
No.
Interesting.
Frank Castellano says my car has a cassette player.
No.
Frank's old school.
Frank, we'll get you a cassette.
Specially pressed.
We
Yeah,
got some.
especially-
Mindy's on cassette.
Fendi's on
Just
cassette.
one.
We'll tape
Just
it
one.
off the CD for you.
Yeah.
Make them a custom copy.
That's right.
So we thought we would do a couple little questions here beforehand. We forgot the can of questions tonight. We have a pizza box and we can put them in, but we'll just leave them on the counter. The first question that I had that I kind of put together tonight was, what was the first vinyl record that you had? Whether it was given to you or you bought yourself. Rick?
I remember specifically going to a store with my father, and I was just looking through the albums, and there's a really cool cover, and it was a Nazareth album. And I am actually looking right here, and I don't think that's the one. It's that one right there on. It's that one because, it's I can't. I don't have my glasses on. What's that called?
Nazareth.
No Mean City.
No,
yeah.
okay. It was that one right there because I thought the album cover, it
Really
scared the
cool.
shit out of me. and I'm like, that was my first album.
Nice.
Yeah, coincidentally, it's right there.
Jackie, what about for you?
I didn't start getting into records until
Can you bring yours?
very recently. The first record store I've ever been to was Amoeba Records in Los Angeles. Oh, there it is. There they are. I thought they were underneath here. I brought a couple of them. I know I have some other ones at home from Amoeba, but this Grateful Dead is the first one I ever purchased, along with the Stills one, which of course I had to because he's
Cleveland
wearing
Browns.
a Browns jersey.
Loser.
So yeah, whatever.
Factory of sadness.
Factor sadness.
Are we all Steelers fans here?
No.
All right. Okay. Thanks, Leslie. Thanks, Ed.
However, I
So-
don't support that dumpster fire that is the Cleveland Browns right because it's not worth watching.
So yeah, I had to bring them in because, I mean, if this was maybe three and a half years ago that I went out there and went to my first record store. So yeah, new to it, but I grabbed a bunch of stuff tonight that I'm going to be purchasing, which is something that I mean, I don't know why I don't have this already, but of course, kind of
Good
blue.
one.
Miles Davis. I think everyone needs to have this record. I think it's a staple, right? What else did I get here? Let's see. I don't know if I was supposed to do this yet or not.
Oh, you can. Yeah.
Okay. And then I have Linda Ronstadt's Greatest Hits here. And, well, this one was just a couple bucks, but it has Barbara Streisand on it. So it's like Christmas songs.
Nice.
And yeah, 'Tis the Season, guys. And the Cars. There we go.
Nice. Good
So,
choice.
yeah, I think so.
Jeff, what was your first record?
Rolling Stones Live. Should I tell the story?
Yes.
Tell the story.
Okay. Back in the old days, everybody had console stereos. All the parents had them, the big units. And I was a paper boy, so every house, you open the front door and put the newspaper right inside the door. Nobody locked their doors back then. So, you know, I throughout my route, I'd hear all kind of, you know, old fogey music, Perry Como's, you know, to hear the jazz guys doing stuff. But the last house on my route was on Summit Street in Niles. And I'm walking through the yard to drop the next paper off. It's the last stop, and I hear this rock band jamming. So I knock on the door, and I know the guy. His name is Sonny Painter. We used to play baseball with him. And I said, "What are you playing?" He says, "That's the Rolling Stones. You want to come in and listen to it?" I said, "No, I want to buy it."
Yeah.
And I bought it for $3, and I still have it.
From him?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he still
Nice.
comes in here once in a while too. And
Great.
I remind him about that story. His face gets all red. I said, "You overcharged me. That's why your face is getting red, right?" "Oh, no, it was a good deal." It was too. So that was my first record,
Wow.
and then it's been nuts ever
I like
since.
the story behind it too. That
Yeah.
you didn't get it at a record. The way you found it was on your paper route, which is classic.
Did you say which Rolling Stones album?
Live.
Live.
Oh, the live one.
Mm-hmm. The real early live one, not Get Your Ya-Ya's.
Yeah.
Yeah, real early. Yeah.
What about you guys?
I had a really hard time with this one because I just was given all my dad's stuff because he had, you know, I have his turntable and speakers and everything, and he was like, "Well, just, you know, I don't have a system. You just take all my stuff." It was just in boxes, and from as early as I can remember, just like flipping through the crates, looking at all the records. So I started to take some of that stuff before he officially gave me everything.
Yeah.
I remember I had just started collecting stuff, whether it was flea markets, garage sales, just like grabbing it and buying cheap. The one I remember buying, like when eBay was first a thing, and I just like had $20 in my pocket. It was John Lennon's Mind Games. Randomly, it was just like, sweet, eBay, $10. Yeah, okay, I'm buying it. And I was like, why did I do that? I was like, I don't even have a turntable, but that was one I remember specifically buying right off the bat. So.
That's cool.
What about you?
Why do people buy records when they don't have a turntable?
Well,
Story of
That's
my
why they're
life.
still a
That's
thing.
exactly.
I get a lot of it today. I say, how many
Well,
records?
you would know why.
I don't know.
It's a collector's item, right?
I think it's the having the physical
Tangible object.
tangible object. Yeah.
Well, they say,
Big
but I'm
picture.
going to get one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to get one.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
My first one was given to me as a gift from an old girlfriend in college. It was the Death Cab for Cutie record, Narrow Stairs, which is a really weird album cover. Right.
Yeah.
Didn't have a turntable and
I thought it was gonna be like Elvis Presley from your mom's
no, it
collection
wasn't.
or
No,
something.
but she like thought it was just cool artwork, and she said like, you know, I thought this was neat, and she was an artist, and so she gave it to me, and I just kind of held on to it and it was in the closet for the longest time, just kind of holding on
Which
to
is why a lot of times people bought albums to begin with too,
Right.
is because of the artwork
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly.
as well. So
Big double gatefold,
Right.
cool pictures in there.
And then my uncle gave me his turntable and all of his records, which had like all of the Beatles stuff and all the
Yeah.
Beatle 45s and everything, which was really cool. And then I think my first official purchase was a bunch of Zappa things like Apostrophe and things like
All of
that.
the
So all of the Zappa, yeah. Just like what he says
There
in
is a
The
Zappa
entire
on Record Store.
discography.
Yeah, I usually try to get that one. That's a usual one that I've always got. I've got them all so far.
Yeah.
And then the Dave Matthews, Tim Reynolds one is the one I'm looking at eyeing up this year because it's a
Little
perfect
baby.
record. It's a perfect record.
I just took the old Masters box sets home last night.
Oh.
I should have kept those here for you guys to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet.
Yeah.
There's a whole box of Beat the Boots. Do you know that?
Oh yeah, yeah. Because
I don't think it was ever on records though. If I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken, it's a CD only.
Ryko.
Yeah, it was. They were releasing them, so then he just decided to release them officially, so he'd make the money.
Yeah.
So Jeff, Record Store Day is coming up,
Yes.
and I was asking you, what are like some of the weird pieces that you're grabbing, or this, that, the other. You were talking about this album up here, the Bill Evans.
Yeah, that's a very rare jazz pressing that
Yeah.
is highly sought after.
So is that the most expensive one in the store?
Yes, I believe it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool.
Unless there was, like.
There's only 4,000 made, and they're all handwritten.
Yeah, they're hand numbered.
Hand numbered.
4,000. It was a lost tape that had never been recorded, and then it was released for Record Store Day. Then it just blew up.
Oh.
Went crazy, and we happened to snag a whole bunch of extra copies. So
He's on Kind of Blue, playing piano.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. There's a good story of how Bill Evans got into Miles Davis's band. Not for Whiskey Wednesday, but after Whiskey. Read the autobiography.
You
It's
talk
a good-
about the most expensive thing in this store, and if you look, I mean, all the collector stuff is behind the counter,
Yeah.
right? And you have a cinematic.
Bob Seger and Cinematic.
Cinematic right there. So all the collector stuff is over there.
Look at that. Look at that young Deke.
Yes. That's the most expensive item in this store.
yeah.
No.
Cinematic.
I used to have my Beatles box sets and Mobile Fidelities here, but
Yeah.
it got to a point where people are saying, "How much is it worth?" And I'm like, maybe a couple.
Not
hundred."
that much.
Right. Because
Yeah.
the rock's going to come flying through
Yeah.
the window one day, and off they go.
Yeah.
So.
Right. Now the other question I had for tonight that I feel is a good one we've talked about a lot of the times is looking for that Holy Grail record that we haven't found. Normally, I feel like our lot don't necessarily buy them on the internet unless it's only can be found on the internet through maybe like a new release or something like that, or it's so obscure that you're just never gonna find it.
Thrill of the hunt.
The thrill of the hunt. It's the what do I call it? It's like the personal journey.
Yeah.
Finding the record. The question is, what's the vinyl that you've been looking for that you can't find, that you're still...
Well, I mean, I'm thinking, and I just asked Jeff if he had one, and we were in San Diego. I was looking for that, the Cars live in Cleveland,
And that was a record store.
and that was a Record Store Day last. Yeah,
In April.
In April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You were here.
I actually touched it. I picked it up. I looked at it. I'm like, oh, I'll get that later.
He's too busy putting
So-
tubes in Jackie's amp.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
That was a terrible, terrible thing.
But I guess lesson learned.
How did I know? I wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
I've never had
Lesson
an amp
learned.
before.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
New amp, no
It's
tubes.
not-
Turn it on.
it's
Nothing.
not working. And you guys are all trying to figure out why it's not working when someone just walks around the amp and says, "Oh look, there's no tubes."
She was like, "Oh, I got these boxes, like little light bulb things. What are they for?"
It's cellophane.
We're all like, "Oh, there are no tubes in this amp." Anyway, Cars.
Yeah. I guess the lesson learned there is, if you come out on Record Store Day and you see something for Record Store Day,
Don't
pick it up.
hesitate.
Don't
Grab
You
sleep.
gotta buy it.
Don't sleep on it.
And don't
Yeah.
show anyone because they'll steal it from you.
I
Just take it, buy it, leave.
We joked about in April, and I'm sure it'll happen. I think we might hire Alexa to try to just
Yeah.
go through the line for us, but we were laughing. We were playing outside, and we were eyeing, like I could see this YouTube picture disc the whole time,
Oh, it was torture.
and it just gone.
Yeah.
Like just watching the people take it from you.
Torture, just being like, no.
It's like the kids playing in the playground and you have to sit inside for recess.
Yeah.
Last record
I
store
thought that
day.
was such a good idea, though, having all the merchandise
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
I see it
Yeah.
didn't work so well for you guys.
That's why our set was a little bit more somber.
Last record store day, people were lined up even before while we were setting up.
Limited
It was
edition,
crazy.
man.
And so you're opening what day? This is the day after Thanksgiving, of
That's
course,
Friday.
Black Friday. And people will start lining up. What time usually?
Well, for Black Friday, it's not quite as crazy. You know, they'll come. They don't break their necks like they do for the actual record store day event.
Right.
That one is always to the end of the
the
plaza.
end of it.
Yeah, people waiting in their cars. I got here in April at about 5 maybe, and there
People were here.
there was 2 people sleeping in the car, and they said they got here an hour before I did.
Wow.
And the year the Foo Fighters were here,
Oh, forget
Oh
it.
yeah,
That's a whole
for
nother-
sure.
That's just awesome.
you know,
Now-
I was so nervous I wasn't coming.
What?
I got so nervous. I'm thinking, like, all this crazy stuff was going through my head. This thing's going to be a flop. And I'm like, I got to get down on my knees and pray.
Yeah.
And I'm honest to God, I had to pray. And then I'm like, after I was done, the light came on. You jackass. The Foo Fighters are coming
It's
here.
the Foo
Get up there.
Fighters.
Yeah.
It's
Get
Dave
that store
Grohl.
open.
Yeah.
Dave
man.
Grohl turned on that light.
Yeah, somebody did.
You should have rode up in the motorcycle with them.
Yeah.
I could probably show them how to ride that motorcycle.
John, what's your holy grail that you're still looking
You know,
for?
the one that I feel that I'm looking for is the record, The Little Willies, came out on vinyl. It was like a weird 200 gram, which makes no sense. I don't know. But, yeah. And it just was, I think, a limited press run, and it goes for like $150. I saw one for like 80, and I contemplated it, and I was like, stop yourself. Stop yourself right now. But the other one is Before These Crowded Streets on vinyl. I know that was we talked about that before. The Dave Matthews. That's the 2 Dave Matthews records I really get into. But
That's the most expensive record I ever sold on eBay.
yeah, because it was like a limited pressing of it, and
Well, yeah, they were making records. You know, they've actually never stopped making records, but they were done limited selections, limited titles. So I was still buying records and selling records when they were making just a few here and there. So, you know, I've got these Dave Matthews. I forget what the other one was, but I think we got $389 for that one.
Wow.
That you won. I would have sold it to you for $375.
I said $390. I'm giving you an extra $1.
Shoot. I could have made that extra buck.
That's funny.
And I feel like what we should do is if you're listening in tonight, I feel you should be responding with what was your first vinyl record as well.
Let's hear comments.
Yeah.
I know the one, Leslie and I were talking about this earlier. I couldn't really think of it. There's always some, like, here and there we're still trying to find. The one I did think of that I've never seen, and I don't know that it actually got pressed on vinyl, was Neil Young's Harvest Moon. I don't know that it ever made a vinyl pressing, but I would
think
love
so.
that.
It did?
I think so.
Very limited, maybe. So
Harvest
that one,
Moon?
like, yeah, Harvest Moon.
Well,
was
why
like-
wouldn't
came
they?
out in the early 90s.
Okay.
So it was in that sort of window when a lot of vinyl
Not a
wasn't
whole
being
lot.
produced. That one would be a kind of a holy grail one. But then we were talking, we're always looking for like a good copy of Moondance, like an older one. We have one that's just beat up, doesn't sound great. Always looking for old Tom Waits too.
I'm looking for a good copy
They have a
of.
ton of Tom Waits over here.
It's all new though.
John
Like
from
the old
Facebook
stuff.
says Queen News of the World.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's big. Yeah. There's an anniversary edition out right now. It's real nice.
Well, I know there's We Are the Champions, We Will Rock You 45 coming out for Record Store Day this year of Queen. Yeah. Well, anyways, we asked Jeff tonight because Jeff has gone to see so many concerts and has so much cool rock memorabilia he's been talking about. We asked him to bring it tonight. So if we want to kind of shift our way over here, and
Yeah,
Jeff, you want to
let's
kind of
take a
show us some of the cool stuff that you brought for us.
Well, I tried to sort through and find some things, you know, that from when we started, like this obviously was the our big catch thing, you know, or catchphrase, I guess you call
Nice.
it. But we even had a better one. It was on, I think it was on our receipts. It said the record connection where you can afford your music habit. Get it?
I want to see. I want to see. Sorry, John's too tall.
Yeah, these went over really big, and
Yeah.
there would be a lot of these on cars all over the place. So I figured I'd dig that out, and there's our original
sketch.
sketching of the sign that we still have on the building. That actually the frame is all rotting out now, but you can see the date on it, 4/8 of '83. That sign was about, if I'm not mistaken, about $1,600. I have no idea what it would cost today. I'm sure about 5 times that. I thought maybe the price might even be on there. So, some pictures of yours truly getting the store ready. Eddie said it looked like maybe I was turning into Popeye or something here.
That fist.
Belt somebody, man.
But well, I mean, we have to mention, of
This
course.
is, yes, this is big. This is big stuff.
that
Now
the
that
one that
that's
you-
an
Yep.
attempt. Actually, my second concert that I promoted. We had Eddie Money first at McMenemy's, and we fought the weather that day, so the turnout wasn't quite as good as we anticipated. But this one had a great turnout. The Average White Band guys told me, since I wasn't able to stay, I did see Jackie, and I missed Sugar
They were
Fuzz. I had a DJ.
my band. My first band ever was called Impact, and they were so mad that
They just put
that they just
Just
put my
Jackie.
name.
And I
Well,
remember,
we
yeah.
didn't know. 2005, I think we did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 2005. Well, let's see. It's probably here. 2007.
I do remember that the Average White Band just came in off the bus and went right back on the bus right after the show.
Yeah.
That's how I
Well,
remember.
they were really nice guys. We had set up a room and everything in an old dumpy house. We got it all cleaned up and got it all ready for them. And they went in there and ate and had a couple drinks and then back on the bus as well.
Yeah.
So that's the only place I really got to interact with them. And, you know, I can't remember which one said, "Oh man, it's too bad you can't be here. We'll record it for you." One of the other ones says, "No, we're not doing that." I'm like,
Cool. Thanks, guys.
"Screw you." Whatever, okay?
I save all my ticket stubs too.
Yeah, that's a small, I mean, what I could find readily. I told Eddie a little bit ago that there's probably enough Stones money spent there. He could buy a real nice drum kit. Nicer than probably what he has now.
Probably. Yeah.
I mean, there's tickets in there that our seats were $450, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And of course, I was either taking a girlfriend or the ex-wife or my brothers, or
Yeah.
and I was funding everybody's tickets. So
So what about
we had a lot of fun. Yeah,
left end?
yeah. Here you go. There's an
Yeah.
old black and white too, Rick. How do you like that?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You
so-
know what? Dennis T. Menace grew up right behind my house, where I grew up from.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
And he was a character. There used to be a bar across the street here called Ray Izzy Presents Jubilation, and Dennis would call, "Come on over and have a beer. I just got done golfing." He'd
Yeah.
be whacked.
I had
totally
bad,
whacked.
bad talking woman on the red vinyl.
Oh yeah. You don't
Yeah.
have it anymore?
I probably have it somewhere.
Look around. You probably have it. Yeah. Yeah. So.
hey Jeff, Kathy Wonderling, and Bert say hello.
Oh, okay.
Frank Castellano says, I used to beat up Jeff in high school.
He couldn't take me. No how.
Oh man, I think
He couldn't handle me.
I think
Oh,
we
man.
found our next concert promotion.
Nope. He couldn't handle me.
I feel like we need Frank on a Whiskey Wednesday.
We
soon.
should.
Frank's
yeah.
a character.
Yeah.
Frank's a
I'm
character.
playing with Frank in a couple weeks.
This is like the bootleg Bible. When we were selling bootlegs, they actually published books that would tell you what was good, what was soundboard,
Oh, wow.
yeah, what was a good audience, if it was
that's
crappy
awesome.
stuff. So there's supplements to go with those as well.
That's
So
so
I
cool.
saved all those. I don't know. I'm not really a pack rat, but I collect. My first Rolling Stones tour book is here from 1975, Municipal Stadium. I was trying to find my T-shirt, and I still have it. Jackie might fit in it.
I'll take it.
I'm sure you would. It would probably fit you, but I don't know how I ever got in it. You know, so I went to this concert, instantly hooked. You know, my first record was a Stones album,
Yeah.
but when I saw the Stones play,
Seeing them is
I
a
was
whole
hooked.
different
Yeah.
experience, I'm sure.
Same year we drove all the way to Jacksonville, Florida to see them again. On the back of Rolling Stone magazine, you could order your tickets. I don't know what they were, $15, something like that. So we jumped in the car, a couple buddies, off we went.
Jacksonville.
Yeah,
So-
Shaka Khan opened up.
This is a special one for me because this was my first concert. It's Paul McCartney.
Did you go to that?
1989.
Did you go to that one?
I was,
Yeah,
this
they
is my
gave
That was your
those
first
away. We
concert
had
you
it.
ever
first
went
concert
to?
ever. Yeah, I remember having this somewhere. My parents probably still have it somewhere. I don't know if I maybe have it in my archives, but I definitely remember flipping through this.
Yeah,
as
we
a kid.
walked out of there with them under our arms.
Yeah.
Boxes. You know, you could get as many as you wanted.
Yeah, not a bad first concert. Being 8 years old.
No, you're a lucky
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
Jackie, what was your first concert?
Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band.
Wow.
Also not bad.
Solid.
That was at Covelli.
Jeff, Rolling
there.
Stones was yours?
My first concert?
Yeah.
No. Uriah Heep.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. This was at Public Hall in Cleveland. It was Manfred Mann, Uriah Heep. I'm trying to think who the opener was. It's the first time I took LSD also. Wow. Wow. By the time Uriah Heep came on, I was up on my chair. Oh, Whiskey Wednesday.
Got him.
I'm fine. Oh, there goes all the ice.
You know what? I'm
Don't
so
worry about
sorry.
it. No, that's right. I had to be an ass to do that. But that's like jumping up on a speaker and having the speaker fall out from underneath you, right? Did you
Guys,
get that on video?
Whiskey Wednesday.
Oh, man.
Whiskey Wednesday
Don't worry
has
about
just
that,
turned
Jackie.
into. It actually feels pretty good.
Thursday.
I was gonna pull it out for you so you could stand on it.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea. But,
Jeff, I have to say something. I've been a little jealous of all the names that you got on the wall over there. We've got
oh,
who's
really?
I think
Yeah.
John Anthony's over
John
there.
John
I am on
Anthony is on there.
And somebody else is on there that's present this evening.
What? When was this? When did this?
Last year
Last.
when I brought the EP in.
Yep.
Well, I would like, and Ed.
Well, let's get
Would
the
like-
let's get the
I'm
marker.
not on it.
To
Yeah.
Let's get the
I'm
marker.
jealous.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I get to do it with Ed then.
Also, if you look at this this counter right here, you have all the local bands in town. We have our record here. We have Rick's, Erica Blaine, our good friends Wine Spirit Haas, also Radio Lark, East Knife, Robert Plant. So
Demos, Angela, Demos.
Nazareth.
This one works real good.
Yeah.
Same
Oh, I
same
feel like
marker
it's
that
such an honor.
Joe Walsh used.
Wait, where did John? Where did you put yours?
mine's over here, right by
Okay.
Hawthorne Heights.
Okay, and where's yours, Rick?
Over by Ralph Rich.
Wow. Okay.
John already wrote the Vindies on his.
Yeah, let's do it right next to the Vindies.
Okay.
It's hard to write.
Gotta get that late.
And one of you should put the date there too.
Oh yeah.
Smooth Eddie.
What is the date? 15?
It's
15.
11, 15, 17. Nice.
Cool. Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah. You see how nice Joe Walsh's signature is? Every time he signed, it was like exactly the same.
Really?
So I told him, Joe, I must compliment you on your penmanship. Why, I haven't heard that since I was in grade school.
That is a great signature.
It is good, yeah.
Yeah,
You can
and
actually,
and every
like,
one
read
was
it.
the same.
I got
Tell
like
what it
kid,
is.
chicken scratch.
We were getting, we were signing records last night, and people were yelling at us. They're like, "What? I can't read that. What's that? Is that supposed to be an N?" I think
People were yelling
Nathan.
at you?
Well, it was Nathan. His was just a scribble.
Oh.
So at least ours, you can see a first
Yeah.
first initial, last name initial. But
Do we have anything else for tonight, guys? You want to promote?
Aside from, so we have Record Store Day on Black Friday. That's going to be here 10 to 1. We're going to do 2 acoustic sets inside. That night, we're going to be with Spirit of the Bear at the B&O.
That's going to be a busy day.
Our set time is 9 o'clock. I think Spirit of the Bear is at 10. We have Leo D'Angelo and also the Labra Brothers on that set as well. It's going to be a super fun show.
Yeah.
The next day, that's Saturday, we're at Small Business Saturday with Hollowbone Records up in Akron. I believe it's a noon start time for that. And then I think we're going to kind of cruise out the...
We have one date in December.
Birdfish.
Oh, we're Birdfish?
We have a Birdfish on 12/29.
No.
Their Vindicator is on
11:30.
tap.
Yes, sorry. Before that, November 30th, and then also December.
Yep.
It's
We
going to
have-
be a listening party.
With
That's
a,
going to be
with
awesome.
a really cool T-shirt.
Oh, the T-shirt looks so cool. They already drew it up. They're already printing it, right?
Yeah, we're so excited. So
Yeah.
lots of merch and lots of really
Let
great
me just
things.
sign your face right with my name right on your face. I mean, you gave me an open marker here. What am I supposed to do with it?
Right.
There's a first
The one in
step for
December, though, the
everything.
Beachland. Is that the 12th, I think?
We also have that. We're not cruising into the New Year just yet.
No.
But we are
Wow.
also going to be
Got
hopefully
some
doing
stuff
some
going on, guys.
recording something new here soon.
Yeah.
Getting out before the holidays as well. So
Jeff Burke, thanks
Yeah,
for
thanks so much.
calling
Yeah.
on our show today. That's great.
Fun.
That's-
We'll have to do it again.
oh, we will.
That's like
Yeah,
a good thing.
absolutely.
That's like a good
But
omen.
we'll move it to the
Yeah.
record
Yeah.
room next time.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
the private stash.
Private.
Could be a little crowded in there though.
Oh my gosh.
There's a lot of records in there.
Mostly.
It was packed in April, so I cannot wait until this record store day. I'm so excited. And I can't wait to buy the stuff that I got tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Until
Thank you so
then,
much.
we'll see you soon. Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Happy
Good night.
Thanksgiving.